want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Beat in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent. Adrenaline awakened, I can taste it. We can make an impact, grab and then take it. Like a disease, bring them to their knees. Take the thing to see. Just like the wind, spread into the streets. Time to make them bleed. 'Cause we just want retribution. Let's go light up the darkness. Make true of an empty promise. Flip cards in the weekend, harmless. Take to the streets and turn them to a mosh pit. 'Cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution.
Yo, 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 Prince Adam.
Welcome back to another episode of the ADRL podcast, not hosted by Manny this week.
Hosted by Manny this week. I think it was fitting considering it was just after Halloween, or during Halloween, I should say.
It was Halloween.
Yeah. So that was good.
The perfect occasion.
It was funny, dude. You got a ton of comments on that.
Yep, sure did. Hope they were positive. I don't look. Aside from the ones that roll in during the episode itself, I have to say.
Yeah, no, it was good, man. No, I was trying to jump in when we were out and about, but it was too dark and it would have been worth jumping in. But it was good. I at least tried to hold it up and listen to kind of what you were saying. Were you even like, well, that was Manny. That wasn't you, right?
No, it wasn't me.
Oh, that was Manny.
I was out and about, gallivanting out with the kiddos, soaking up the holidays. So no, it was just fortunate that the old guy back here was able to pop on in.
Yeah, amen, man. So what's good, brother? We're gearing up. I don't know about you.
I mean, 7 days away. Right now, we'll be
7 days away.
Banners hung and be eating whatever Uncle Steve cooked up.
Oh yeah, I know, right? He's planning on getting there a little early.
That sounds like Uncle Steve.
Yeah, no kidding, right? He's like, I'm gonna get there ahead of time and help you guys out, whatever you need. And man, it's like we got an army down there waiting for us to. I mean, dude, my phone's blowing up. I mean, messages, messenger messages, emails, text messages, you name it, man. Everybody's like, dude, if you need some help, let me know.
This time, at least it's not blowing up and broken again.
Right? Exactly right. So, today's Thursday. It's the ADRL podcast. I'm Dr. Fears.
I'm Prince Adam.
And we're glad you're joining us. It is, again, Thursday night, 1 week away from our annual Dragpalooza event. It's a pretty exciting event, especially this year, I'd say. I think we're out of the bad weather time of the year, per se, even though I think Texas kind of has bad weather all year round, honestly.
It all depends on what that next little silly storm tries to do. But from everything and all the projections and paths, looks like we're going to be good by the time we get down there.
Yeah, I agree. So right now it's looking very promising. Even on Saturday, I think it's like mid 70s and down in the low 60s, high 50s on Saturday night. So just in time for some killer racing. This could be a historic event. I'm just saying it could be a historic event. Yo, Mark, what's good, man?
Mark's out here spilling the beans.
Yeah, wait, what's he saying? What are you doing, man? What are you doing? No, it's true though. It is very true. Yeah, and we'll get to that just here in a second. I'm gonna pace myself. So
because XRP was the first place I actually met Jay.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, absolutely. And that was and I don't want to give up any I'm famously known. I'm known PA for giving out content ahead of the podcast. So
it's a fact.
Do that.
That's a fact.
Yeah. So I try to keep my comments to myself. I don't put my spectacles on. Once you hit your 40s, your eyesight goes, and that's exactly what's happening.
You're free to dish out your thoughts and opinions. It's while the camera's on. That's when we need them.
Oh, yeah, I got you. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, so as everybody knows, Dragpalooza, 2024 Dragpalooza, November 15th and 16th at Xtreme Raceway Park. It's all good, Mark. No worries, brother. We're just messing with you, brother. Adam really can actually control the comments that go up. So if he wanted to not post that, he could have. Lee, there's Lee.
What's up, buddy?
What's up, Lee? Love that dude.
Great thing.
So November 15th and 16th, which is next weekend in Ferris, Texas at Xtreme Raceway Park. It's gearing up to be just an incredible event so far. I'm really excited about it. We're doing great, Dennis. How you doing, brother? Appreciate you tuning in. So you know what? I've had this epiphany, Adam.
Uh-oh.
When we talk about pro mods and outlaw pro mods, so on and so forth, I think there's a reason maybe why we haven't had, like 30 cars show up to an event. And why do you think that is?
Scared?
I mean, maybe a part of it. No one wants to lose, especially when you got guys like Bubba and Doug Reister and Sullivan and those guys, right?
It's a daunting proposition. Yeah,
for sure. But I believe what it is that there's really just not a lot of genuinely built ADRL, purposeful pro mods, door slammers, like genuine ADRL trim door slammers. There's just not a lot of them, but I hear all year long. I mean, I could probably count on two hands guys I've talked to that are in the process of building new cars just to race in the ADRL next year. Because
I think that's the thing. Just like like you're saying, there aren't many guys that have. There's a lot of guys that even have that car, but don't have the car set up in that sort of trim. And I get it because in the past, the ADRL hasn't always necessarily been there for them to be able to go to. So
right.
It's a pretty big financial commitment to have a car dedicated for the ADRL when the ADRL wasn't running. But now here we are back coming at it, talking about point series, everything like that, 2025. So hey, dust them off if you got them or strip the weight.
Yeah. Well, I think with modern technology, I think there's so many advancements where guys have the means now to be able to just maybe completely redo a car or add some stuff here, take some stuff off. I don't think it's as easy as just stripping some weight. There's a lot more to it. It has to be built specifically for that. And especially if you're going to try to hang with guys like Bubba, like, when you're bracket racing, when you're bracket racing fours, you gotta.
So when you're running outlaw pro mod, is that what you're talking about?
But yeah, well,
okay. Well, you said bracket racing.
No, I meant when you're bracket racing fours.
No,
meaning when
that was more a shot at the the liberal usage of outlaw.
Oh, I got you.
Running
Yeah,
in that
Like
classes.
Outlaw 480 and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So just to kind of recap the classes, and I want to give a shout out to Galen at XRP and Clyde and Celeste. Just a really awesome group of people there, man. They
Great crew.
I mean, they're there to look out for you, man. I think that they're so ingrained in their market, and they know their people so well, and they know their local racers and their community so well. The fact the brand new car came to last show proves there are people out there who will strip weight or build new cars.
Yeah, David Maury.
Amen.
Had a new car out there.
That's right.
Ready to rip.
Yeah, you know who else did? David Mallory had a bitchin'
That's what. Yeah,
Corvette out there. What's that?
That's who I had said was David Mallory. But
I thought it was weird. I heard a totally different name. That's so bizarre. I have no idea how that even happened. That's weird, man. Holy
all good.
Oh my gosh. This geriatric moment.
But no, it definitely is a good sign of the class, the ADRL Pro Mod in general, and drag racing as a whole.
Amen. And so far, the support has been absolutely incredible. The Huntsville race was awesome. Shout out to Dave. I call him Rocket Man, but the track was good. It was prepped well. A lot of cars showed up, a lot of spectators. It was just a really good race. And shout out to Verge, Brian and Tyler, B&J, or B&T, T&B.
Interesting.
What is it? B&J.
I don't know where you went, but this ain't
T&B. Brian and Tyler, if you're watching, that was not intentional. That was genuinely
it was a happy little accident.
It was a happy
Bob
little
Ross
accident.
painting.
It's like a Bob Ross painting. Happy little trees. Anyways, Verge was there. Brian and Tyler and their crew, just absolutely amazing. Man, Derek at the starter
just ran that thing.
Man, he did, man. They were on their game. Jeb, who they had up in the tower. I mean, that dude has classes down to the minute. I mean, it was remarkable. I mean, his whole pivot tables and their whole program they got set up is absolutely amazing. Rodney Butler, you know what, man? It was really great having Rodney there and his Pontiac twin turbo. I guess it was a twin turbo Pontiac. I didn't ever really get a chance to go to the pit and look at it. I'm pretty certain it was a twin turbo Pontiac.
I know very little about cars, but I think I saw that was the case. They had two fans blowing on it, and when it was cooling off in the pits. So
clearly you can hear it at the starting line. It's totally crazy.
Quiet.
Yeah, it is, but it's fast as shit.
Yep.
So let's go over the classes real quick. As everybody knows, I've recently created a class called the Crucible, which is basically, I can't wait. Bubba will drop a bombshell on the record, and I have certain people to tag when I post about it. Amen, Bad Bird. I'm telling you, I believe it's going to happen. So we'll see what happens. Starter was on point. No kidding. And he even busted at the end of the night, we were drinking. He totally was busting my balls for running out there. And I'm like, I know, dude. I know. I'm just going to sit back from now on. It was my mistake. I have no business being at the starting line.
We learn something every event.
It's all right. I mean, it was all in good fun, man. I mean, we were all having a blast, but I love it when people are just transparent and upfront, and and I think I really like that about this industry, because I think in the music industry, people are just kind of really petty and passive aggressive and a little liberal, and they don't want to, they just hate to hurt people's feelings and shit. What I like about this industry is that everybody is very just upfront and forward, and have no problem just telling you how it is. And I believe that communication and transparency is the key to success. So thank you, drag racing industry, for being that way. I'm sure there's exceptions, maybe the 10% of shitbirds out there that aren't like that. Excuse my French. I know it's Thursday. Hope the word shit doesn't offend anybody. But let's go over classes here real quick. So again, Crucible, heads up. Obviously it is a mix of Pro Extreme, Pro Nitrous, and turbo cars. So that's a fun class. And clearly, based off of our lock-in post so far, not everybody's afraid of Bubba. I think they still get a chance to hit some money, and they're happy to come out and be a part of it. So appreciate everybody locked in so far. We have Extreme Dragster. Again, that's a heads-up class, and that is a combination of dragsters, altereds, and funny cars. I know that I had actually had a conversation with somebody today who messaged me. And look, I understand that funny cars, I know that funny cars have their own place, right? Funny car chaos. I know that front engine dragsters typically have a nostalgia class that they run, and rear engine dragsters are like top dragster type classes, right? So I know they're all kind of interchangeable. But Bubba called Frankie a turtle on that post. I know I saw that, right? He put the little turtle on there. That was pretty funny. Sullivan's throwing some turtle emojis around himself, which is pretty awesome. I'll tell you, there's no better group of guys talking shit to each other than that trio. And even Hank gets in there and, well, he can hold his own. That just everybody's really good at shit talking. I wish I was too.
It's fun.
It is fun. So Xtreme Dragster, and then we have some locals. We're gonna have some 7.0 door cars, some 580s, some 5.0 door cars, and some 480 anything car truck. And I think Galen's working on putting a junior class together because a lot of people had reached out to him about juniors from Dallas and Houston, and so we're just gonna make it a great, big, full, fun show. And I think that's great. It'll be great for the spectators as well. So, anyways, that's next weekend. 15th and 16th. Now that I've talked about that, we have a very special guest, somebody that I'm very grateful to have met last year for the first time at this exact event at Dragpalooza. Let's welcome Jay, NC ProModer. NC ProModer.
Hey, what's going on?
What's good, man? Brother? How are you, man?
What a whirlwind day. One phone call this morning, and we're on the internet with you tonight.
Amen. That's how it happens. Technology, man. You jump in that river and you're downstream in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I'm a strong swimmer.
Amen.
Yes, you are. Yeah, very witty as well, man. So I keep wanting to call you Jay, but I'll call you NC ProModer.
You call me whatever you want to call me.
Okay, how about awesome? Well, we'll call you awesome. You know, we met you for the first time last year, and it was Adam and I's kind of first stab at an
first
event.
drag race event ever.
Yeah, and Adam, you know, was wanting to stream and whatnot, and so it was great for Adam and myself and you to be able to talk to you, because at that time you were using a cell phone, right?
Yeah, we were just cell phone media at that time. We've really made some significant investments, and this is more of a production company now. I'll put our stream up against anybody in the business today with what we got going on. Been super blessed, lots of people behind us. And that's why I think it's so important that I get to Dragpalooza and see if Bubba, Frankie, somebody can knock the scoreboard down and the whole world can see it live right there on some of our social media outlets.
Amen. Yeah, and I feel privileged to have you there, because I know that you stream a lot of big events, right? Other big events, you know, whether it was US Street. Were you at US Street Nationals?
I go to pretty much all the big events. I was going to Orlando this weekend, but then they came out with their own deal. So I'm doing help a track out close to home, and that freed my budget up to be able to, you know, rent a car today, get some hotel rooms, and get in a car next Thursday morning, drive 1,300 miles, and be at your place Friday afternoon and get to rocking and rolling.
Miles. I think Jay, I think you get the award for the furthest drive.
Well, my tombstone will never say Jay was one of the smartest people we ever met. Hopefully it'll say he was one of the hardest workers we ever met, but it won't say he was the smartest person.
No, you definitely are a hard worker, no doubt about that. And I mean, just the content and the production that you put out is testament to that. And it's been fun to watch that, you know, from the producer side or the technical side, to watch your advancement from when we first met at XRP to where you are today with your 3 camera setups. You got your times and everything in there. It's growing and going great. And you've been in the right places at some right times this year for some really good opportunities to display that.
Yes, the good Lord has blessed us a couple of times to be in the right spot at the right time, and I feel like next Friday and Saturday is another blessing. It's going to be the right place at the right time to see probably the biggest thing in drag racing that's happened in 10 or 15 years.
Yeah, amen to that. Amen to that. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be exciting. You know, I feel like there's sort of this transition happening right now. I hate using that word because I think society's totally ruined that word for me. However, I feel like there is this evolution happening on all levels of drag racing, you know, and I'm not going to claim like I know everything, but kind of being new to the industry and really focusing hard from like an outside perspective and knowing where you're at and what you're doing, and just kind of looking at everything, even from the import level and everything that's happening at the cup races. You know, I mean, those guys, not to get on a sidetrack conversation, but those guys must have to wheelbarrow their sack around, man, because to see those guys in those little cars running sixes at over 200 miles an hour in those little, I don't even know what they were. What about that little green car? Did you see that, Jay?
Yeah, it looked like a Toyota Tercel. Me and my wife had one 30 years ago, and that thing carried the front wheels 300 foot, set them back down. He grabbed a couple of gears, and he went across the finish line on two wheels. Like, oh my gosh.
Yes,
Dude.
he did.
It was so crazy. So, I mean, there's just like this whole evolution. And as I see Luis and Fuel Tech and their advancements with the turbo stuff, and, you know, I believe we're right at this beautiful spot where things are evolving really quick and things are getting faster. And
it's kind of like a glass ceiling that had been there for a while, just by technology, by the limitations of, you know, series of run weight and things like that, that there's finally an opportunity to really push things to a different level.
yeah, 100%. And Jay, I want to thank you, man, for, again, everything you do, because I know there's a whole lot of fans and people in the community that just adore what you're doing and are genuinely grateful that they have an opportunity to watch some events they can't make it to. And you got good quality streaming. I was there in Bradenton when things got sideways and you jumped in, and, you know, it's like, where's the light?
Yeah, that's why you got to wear that right there.
Amen.
That's right. Yeah, that's right, man. Making drag racing greater. And you're passionate about it, clearly, man. How long have you been a drag racing fan? Are you generational? Like,
when I was in high school, I ran around with a neighbor that was basically a professional super pro racer at the time, and then got married, raised a family, and then got back into it 6 or 7 years ago as a spectator, and met some guys down at Super Chevy Show one Saturday and got up on a starting line, got some fuel blown on me, and came home covered in rubber. And I came home, told my family, I said, I got to figure out how I can do this every weekend. And they all had the biggest laugh in the world. And look at what's going on.
Yeah, who's laughing now?
Who's laughing now? That's exactly right. You know, I like that. Actually, Corey, I don't, you know, Corey and Amanda Ford, Race Ugly, and they were at our event there in Huntsville, and Corey and I were talking, and he brought up race glitter. Do you know what race glitter is? Have you ever heard that term?
Is it some of the well, I guess that's track glitter that I've heard of, some kind of glue or something else?
No, well, so what it is, it's, you know how after you're at the starting line long enough, you get the little tiny dots of rubber all over your face.
Oh yeah, I get those. Rubber gets in places you don't want to even talk about.
That's right, dude. So we call that drag racing glitter. I thought it was perfect. Corey came up with it, so I'm going to give props to Corey for that. But drag racing glitter, it's great stuff. I was like, oh, that's good, man. You're good. So anyways, man. So we appreciate you coming out and everything you're doing. So kind of, if you don't mind, well, you might have a secret sauce and you may not want to tell everybody. But where have you gone now from your cell phone, selfie stick, and a boom mic? What kind of gear are you using in general now? What kind of setup are you using?
Running 4K Canon digital cameras. The main camera has about a $1,200 or $1,500 Rode mic on it. That's why the sound's so incredible. We use a aftermarket streaming box called YOLO Live. It allows us to stream to multiple social media platforms, allows image overlays. It allows us to bring in those time slip apps. And that's all runs off of my own Wi-Fi that I bring to the track. I have my own Starlink internet that's also network bonded to several different cell phone carriers. It's quite a production. It was much easier to cut a phone off and put it in your pocket versus cleaning up cords and cables for 90 minutes.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
Amen.
But the production is so much better now.
So now do you have big spools that you reel all your cable up and stuff? Are you dragging that kind of stuff around?
I'm slowly trying to figure out what I should do. So I just lay them down 200 foot at a time.
Yeah. And then you're putting them up on big tripods, I'd imagine.
Yeah, heavy tripods. And I usually use battery packs as weights to hold them down. So sometimes they got power close by, or sometimes they run on batteries all day long. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Well, it's a beautiful setup. I mean, you can clearly see your evolution from where you were last year, just in this very short year, man.
12 months has been this has been an incredible season for us. You know, we got just tons and tons of coverage partners that believe in what we do. They're all for the free live stream, trying to help people out. It's so rewarding to get messages, emails from paraplegics, people that are homebound that vicariously live through everything we do, that love drag racing but aren't able to attend. So everything is everything is relevant at the end of the day. God had a plan for me. I was just way late in life finding out, so I'm just riding it as hard as I can go.
Amen. Amen. You know what? I recently kind of had that same, I don't know, man. I don't know how you want to explain it. Something about everything that happened in North Carolina, man, really set me on fire and sent me down a whole nother path in life that I would have never even imagined that I would have been doing, you know? However, not about me. You're in North Carolina, I'd imagine, right?
Yes, sir. Just outside of Raleigh. I'm about maybe an hour and 15 minutes from Rockingham.
Okay. All right. Have you had a chance did you get a chance to go down there?
Yeah, I've been down there several times, man. They're just doing an awesome job updating that facility. It had been running the ground for years and years, but the new ownership group is just really making a difference. Next year should be spectacular. I know they want to have some pro modified events. Hopefully you guys will come back there. So good things are happening down there at Rockingham Dragway. There was an event there tomorrow or Saturday, for the Warriors and all that. I was hoping to go, but then I got invited to another race. So it's just like somebody wants me to come everywhere. I just like my arms are like I'm like Gumby, whatever that.
No, you're like Stretch Armstrong, man. Do you remember Stretch Armstrong?
I do.
Yeah.
Well,
okay.
This is I think your event will be number 42 for me for 2024.
Wow.
Get out of here.
52 weeks in a year.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do the math.
Yeah, 10 weeks off.
Golly, my
Well,
friend.
sometimes there's cheating. Sometimes there's a race Friday night, there's a race Saturday night, and there's a race Sunday. Maybe 3 different tracks in one day.
But yeah, didn't
Oh my
you
God.
built a deck or something this year too, didn't you? Earlier
Yes,
this
it's
year?
finally all done. I got the wiring done last Sunday. I'm all done.
There you go. Nice.
Nice. Good for you. Congrats. I know that those projects seem like they linger sometimes. And then when you're done, you're like, yes, we're done.
Yeah. It lingered for a long time.
Yeah.
My
Well, I'll tell you
wife was a trooper to put up with that whole deal, walking on a gangplank for 6 months.
Well, I tell you, looking at what Dan and Al have done there at Rockingham, Adam said, yeah, they even put in a bidet. I was like, get out of here. And it's like, yeah, no,
That's the best news I've heard in a long time.
Yeah, Adam's a huge bidet guy. But I mean, looking at the pictures, the place they've done a lot to their tower.
They've
man.
done
It
a
looks
lot,
really nice.
upgraded. There's multiple power spots throughout the pits and the side for people to hook their RVs. All the restrooms have been redone. They got a cool little bar that's open. They've just got through redoing the tower. Of course, the racing surface is probably one of the best ones in the country now.
Yep.
So, they spent a lot of money that will be a slow return on investment, but I'm so glad that they're taking that initiative and to save that historic racetrack because,
Amen.
probably back in 1970, that was one of the premier facilities in the United States of America.
Yeah.
It's refreshing to see posts and pictures of their updates, because it's such a great contrast to the other news of this track shutting down or this is the last year of this track. To see that people are investing in the facilities and investing in the future of the sport is very refreshing.
For sure. Yeah, absolutely.
But it takes owners like Dan and Al, Raul, Dave.
Yes, what a great job he's done at South Georgia Motorsports Park
Amazing.
since he's taken it over. Man,
Crazy
Mike
awesome.
Gill had a killer race there last weekend. I watched some of that. It was just awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like some good racing going on.
Talk about a no days off facility that they run down there.
And they just coming off a whole lot of hurricane damage only a couple weeks before lights out. And they just hustled and hustled and hustled.
They put it together and they had electric crews and all sorts of people that were camped out on the facility while they're trying to get ready for there. It was, I mean, what an endeavor that they've put in just this entire year to get the mud park set up. So they got that going on top of the race, and they've done some great concerts. They stay busy and they're doing things.
Yeah, so I'm excited to come to your race. I've always wanted to see. I think it's called Doug, the Witch Doctor, in that big nitrous car. When I came the other year, he didn't make it. I always wanted the cars I wanted to see run. So I'm really excited he's going to be there.
Doug Reister, the mad scientist.
Yeah, the mad scientist.
Oh yeah. I'm telling you, for a nitrous car, that man is fast. I mean, when he's probably running, I bet he'll get low 50s, 55.
Wow.
I mean, the weather's good. I mean, for a nitrous car, that's ripping it, man.
That's ripping it. Of course, one of my sponsors is local there, the Pez family, PJS Racing.
Oh yeah, love those
I don't
guys.
get to race with them a lot, so hope they'll bring a car, at least one car over, and be fun to spend some time with them. Bubba's a great guy. It's always fun to see John Sullivan, them, Hank Stubbs. So just really looking forward to coming. The more I think about it, the more excited I'm getting.
Yep.
Yeah, well, I mean, I know how you feel because I love seeing those guys and some of the nicest guys on the planet. Honestly, just laid back, super nice guys.
Yeah, nice and humble.
For
just,
sure.
just great to be around. Give you the shirt off their back, except for the 3 or 4 seconds you're up there on the racetrack.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Straight business at that point. There's
Yes,
no messing
sir.
around. Yeah, no, it's I agree. Well, and Jay, again, man, I appreciate you, coming out and streaming this and being a part of it. And again, let's hope that it's a historic event, which I have a feeling it just may very well be. So we're gonna keep grinding and promoting. I appreciate you sharing it as well. And
yeah, we'll keep getting it up. And like I said, for the people watching, you can watch the YouTube NC ProModer, Facebook NC ProModer, and we'll work with the ADRL group in the next day or two and get access to one of your social media links and get that stream embedded on there as well. So, all of this stuff is always free. We're not asking $29.99 to stream a race for anybody. So
no, man, you know what? I use this kind of analogy as, being a music guy, and this is going to be a good segue into this last part of our podcast. But, the Grateful Dead, I don't know what kind of music listen to, but the Grateful Dead was always known for allowing people to bring cameras, recorders, tape, it didn't matter, just so people could come and record the event, and to this day, they have more content out as far as a band than anybody on the planet. So, for me, man, it's not necessarily about the money and who's out there and who's not out there. For me, it's more about, let's get it in front of people. People can't make it. Let's let them watch it.
It's almost grassroots production for grassroots racing.
I have some data to support this statement right here. Yes, the live stream will probably hurt the actual event a little bit, but I think going down the road, it helps the future events because people see what's going on and they want to be a part of it. They want to get there. They want to get there. They want rubber thrown on them. They want to hear the sounds and smell the smells.
Yeah, and feel it.
See.
Yeah, you can't truly experience a drag race event without being at a drag race event. So I mean, it's a good pseudo for in between, or if you're 2,000 miles away and you can't make it. But I don't disagree.
And another one of your big sponsors up there, Fuel Tech. I just heard from Luis and Natalie today. They're back with NC ProModer again next year in 2025. So
yay!
Anytime I can go somewhere and support those guys, I always do. I'm thankful for their support. It means a lot to have such a major player in the drag racing market. I'll just call myself the little guy.
Hey, David beat Goliath.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, for sure. So going into our next segue next segment, I do this thing called In the Groove, and I'm a big music guy, and so what I like to ask you, Jay, is when you're cruising down the highway or you're wanting to get pumped up, what kind of music do you listen to? What are you listening to these days to kind of get you going?
Earlier in life, I was a hard rocker, but now I'm into country and ballads. It seems like the sadder the songs, the more energized I get.
That happens as you get old. I'm not gonna lie.
My wife is like, every song you love is about somebody leaving her wife or getting drunk and killing them.
It must be an age thing.
Yeah.
I feel myself progressing that way too, where it's like the more it pulls on your heartstrings, the more you like it for some reason, because it has more meaning. I don't know. Well, that's funny.
So, one thing, I'm up all the miles. I got a pretty good Pandora playlist. I do a lot of thinking while I'm driving. So.
Mm-hmm. So back in the day when you were listening to hard rock, what were some of the bands you used to jam out to?
Oh, of course, AC/DC, Kiss, Ted Nugent.
Oh, there you go.
Not maybe quite as hard. Supertramp, Jethro Tull.
Yeah. Oh, dang.
All the old 80s music.
Scorpions.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, that's one band people.
Me and my wife's favorite song, Bryan Adams, "Heaven." That was played at our wedding, so that's
a
pretty
great
special song to us.
Yeah, that's a really good song. Yeah, Bryan Adams is good, man. Yeah, we'd actually on a podcast not long ago, we were talking with a gentleman and talking about all the racers that actually are musically inclined to play instruments. So we're talking about getting a band together to jam out in the pits. That would be sweet.
Yeah, I've been to a couple events. Kind of ended early, and they had a concert afterwards. That one really went well. It's nice to see all the racers socialize and have a good time and unwind.
I don't disagree, because I've used the analogy that, you know, walking through the pits sometimes during an event, it's almost it's very similar to walking through the kennel to find a dog, because you walk by the cage and you look in and you can see the car, the driver, and the crew, and then you walk to the next cage and so on and so forth. But yeah, I love the ideas of anything that brings everybody out of the pits and together somehow. I think it just enhances the event.
Yep,
Yeah,
for sure.
My favorite day to be at the racetrack is usually like the day before the event, when everybody's testing, all the teams are in a good mood. It's not so stressful, and they're much more open and receptive and welcoming to everybody, you know, because once a race gets going and you get into eliminations, man, these guys got to work hard, fast, and quick if they're willing to get on to the next one. And I don't think the general public truly understands that. They don't mean any disrespect, and they're certainly grateful that you're there, but you know, it's just like them. That's a job to most of those guys. They're there for a reason. That's to work, to be successful, and to represent their sponsors in the best way possible.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, I think from my standpoint as an owner and a promoter, it's important to me to foster that type of culture at our events, where I don't want it to be so uptight and high strung. And, you know, I really like more of a laid back atmosphere. You know, I mean, of course, it's got to have some kind of structure to it, but I genuinely like a more laid back atmosphere, family oriented. You know, everybody's in the pits hanging out. You know, we try to get done at a decent hour so we can all have dinner together. And well, I tell you what, there's nothing better than walking the pits after a race. Oh my gosh, everybody's like, come get some food, come get some food. And it's
Birds
like,
was throwing pizzas at us. It felt like they were the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The way they were
Yes,
tossing us around.
I gained a lot of weight when I started doing this, but I just coming off the Skinny Me America plan, I'm down 85 pounds. I have to I usually keep to myself during mealtime now, because man, those guys, they won't take no for an answer.
They don't either. Nope. And they'll just wait, and then they'll keep coming back. Come on.
Nobody's got
get more.
salad.
Get more. Take a plate with you. Take some with you. And it's like, oh my gosh, I love you guys. Hey, congratulations on that, by the way, Jay. That's amazing. You know, I've been into fitness my whole life, and I don't know if a lot of people really understand what 85 pounds is. I mean, that's a ton of weight.
It's a lot.
Yeah, that's like a little kid.
Yeah, it's almost a teenager.
It's like it's like an 11-year-old.
I just had to get a new jacket embroidered because my other one was a 2X, and the new one I got's a medium. So I'll lead some content tomorrow with a 2X and a medium beside each other and go, wow, that's just a lot.
I mean, you can dress in layers if it gets really cold one day.
Oh, I'm like a woman now. I have to have like 6 layers on if it's below 60 degrees.
I've noticed, I had a big weight loss one day, and yeah, I've noticed the same thing. Winter hits a little harder.
Before I could be in shorts and a t-shirt and it'd be just fun.
Isn't that the truth, right? Yeah, now it's now you got to keep on the layers, man. And it does. You know, there's a lot to that whole layer of fat keeping you warm. So, but yeah, congratulations on that, man.
I don't think I was unhealthy, but I certainly lived unhealthy, and I do feel a tons better now. I have a lot more energy. I can burn the candle all day long and just go.
Do you feel like your mental acuity is better as well, just like in general with your day-to-day thought process and whatnot?
Yeah, sometimes, because, you know, I still try to work a full-time job. So I work 13 hours a night, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday night. I only end up sleeping like 2-3 hours a day because I always have a plate full of work to do here, some housework and all that good stuff. So yeah, I would have never been able to keep that pace up, being heavy and out of shape. And, you know, I always try to stay active and keep moving.
Yeah. Or finish your deck.
That's done. Now it's on to. I got a couple other projects I'm thinking about starting, but I don't know. You can't find anybody do any work anymore. I'm willing to pay people, but nobody will come over.
Oh yeah. Well, you know, and now that they got the winter series, it's not like you have the winter to yourself now. Now you're
February. Looks like that's my month off. And
yeah.
There's some conventions and shows I go to then, so there really is no, you know, a week or two here, a week or two there. But when I sit around for a week or two, I'm ready to go.
Yeah, amen. Get cabin fever. I'm ready to dart.
Yeah.
You gonna be at PRI?
Yes, sir, I am. I'll be shaking hands and kissing babies, I hope.
Amen.
All right.
Or kissing hands and shaking babies. Either way, however you like to roll.
Yeah,
well,
that's
Jay,
that's a fun time. I mean, it's a good environment. It's lot of cool stuff there. I don't feel like I come home and look at everybody's social media stuff and go, man, I didn't see that. Man, I didn't see that. I didn't see that.
I did the same thing last year, and I probably put in 40,000 steps. And how did I miss anything?
The first year I went, I systematically walked the whole thing, and then the next night I'm looking, I was like, I didn't see that. I didn't see that.
Like you map out a grid. You almost pull like a GPS
just take
out
one
of
section at a time, back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah.
Turn a corner and there's a whole room you never knew was there for the whole weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then all of a sudden you walk down, you're in the football stadium and there's trailers. You got all the trailer guys down there and the sim racing and all that stuff.
KB trailers will
that
be
was
down there.
Fun over there. They were racing those carts or something on, I think it was Thursday night.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, with the slick wheels or whatever that was.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Simulators.
Give me one of them. I want to race one of those things. That look fun.
Yeah.
Jay, well, hey, brother, we appreciate you being on, man. And
hey, man, I'm
again,
looking forward. Thanks for the call. Once again, we're gonna knock this thing out of the park for you guys. I'm grateful for the opportunity to come and do it for you. I know it's a lot. Bubba, Frankie, John, you guys are on notice. ProModer Vision's coming strong. I need to see something that's gonna make the record real.
Amen. Amen to that. Yeah, amen to that. Let's keep feeding Jay some killer content, man, because you're stacking it high. You got a mountain of that stuff.
Yeah.
All right, brother.
We'll see you. I'll be there next Friday morning sometime, good Lord willing. Let me know if you need anything. We'll talk to you guys later in the week. And thanks a lot for having me on. We'll sit back and watch the rest of the show.
Yeah, appreciate you being on, man. We'll talk to you soon, Jay. We'll see you Friday morning, man.
Right on, guys.
Take care, Jay.
Peace. Jay's a great dude.
Indeed.
Yeah. And he was super helpful last year whenever he was at XRP and kind of give us a lowdown on gear and what he was doing. And
yeah. And, behind the scenes, he also provided me a little bit of inspiration because he gave me internal competition. Not that I was competing with him in any way, shape, or form, but some sort of a bar, some sort of a guidance of where to go and how to shoot from it, since that was my first drag race event ever. So it definitely been helpful, and I've enjoyed watching everything develop since that race to today.
Yeah. Well, I tell you,
and the ADRL needs to get one of those YOLO boxes. He was talking
the yellow boxes. The yellow box is the thing that breaks up the stream.
It's YOLO, like you only live once, but it's YOLO live is the.
Oh, got you. I'm envisioning like a little yellow box.
It's almost like a little tablet. And then within that tablet, you can have a SIM card, you can hook it up to Wi-Fi, and then that's basically your streaming device, which that's what kind of allows Jay to be mobile and remote, is that he's hooked to Wi-Fi and he has this being his device, as opposed to like what I do currently is off the computer. So everything has to run to the computer instead of me just being able to run.
Yeah. That makes sense. No, that's good stuff. You like the shirt? You like my shirt? Why do you think I'm wearing this?
Probably because we're going to go to the gravesite in a week.
Yeah. Texas, man. Old Texas. Gotta love Pantera. Love that band so much. So much. Phil Ensemble, if you're watching, please come to Ferris, Texas, and watch one of the races. It's going to be awesome.
I agree, Jay. It looks
food devices that's easy to use.
It looks like a great device to use. One of these days, we'll
make it happen.
There's Mike.
That's right, Mike. Are you talking to me?
Yeah. What do you say?
Walk on home, boy. I love that line. I've actually said that to people before. Walk on home, boy. Yeah, that's right. You're drunk, Steve. Walk on home, boy. One of the few droid devices that works great. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, there you go.
It looks like a great machine. One day I will get my hands on one, even if it's the lesser version that only has 1 or 2 HDMIs in it. But I'm the type of guy that when I see that I can have 4 to 5 cameras running, well, guess what? I'm going to try to find a way to run 4 to 5 cameras.
Yeah, right. Exactly. I mean, on a screen, you could have 4 angles, 5 angles.
You can. It's my limitation right now is that with the Blackmagic ATM that we stream with or run the video through, is it has limited picture-in-picture capabilities. So I can go corners, but I can't go 4 screen. I can't customize it. But with the YOLO, you can definitely make all sorts of changes. You can have like a scoreboard, all that kind of stuff. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
Waiting on the new
8 input device.
Well, so
I
am
mean,
I.
come on, there it is.
I am now too.
Yeah, so, and there you go. Now Adam is as well.
Oh yeah, I hope John Sullivan is flying that plane, and
I mean, that would be great. You know what?
I'll have the cameras set up.
Maybe we can get him to fly a big ADRL banner behind it.
Yeah,
Land with a big banner. I don't know how dangerous or safe that is, but
I don't know.
there might
either.
be some protocol behind that.
I mean, it seems pretty straightforward. It just seems like you almost have to have tension on the cable that's connected to the end of the plane, so that as the plane takes off, it kind of unfurls itself and just follows along instead of being a jarring type thing.
Sure.
But I have zero idea or experience with it, but I'm willing to try.
Yeah, you're willing to try.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't have a plane.
Well, yeah. Details. I mean, first we got to get a banner too. So
You only have jets.
You don't have a banner.
A jet doesn't count as a plane.
No, I know.
Your afterburners would burn it up.
Had that before back then. Wouldn't surprise me.
Or maybe. Yeah. Very possible.
Wonder if we can pay John Sullivan to skywrite ADRL before he comes in and lands.
Yeah, do little chemtrails, ADRL chemtrails.
Exactly. They're already in the air anyway. We're not hurting anything. We're just adding.
Yeah. Hey, we're just adding to it.
Yeah, we might get tax funding for that.
Yeah. Hey, it's possible.
I'm a thinker.
Or maybe he could seed the sky prior to the event just to make sure it doesn't rain.
Well, he's already seeding the ground out in Tennessee. Why not?
Yeah. Hey, that's true. That is absolutely true. All right. Well, where are we at? Yeah, we're doing all right.
We're there.
We're
Whatever.
good. We're doing good. So as you can see behind me, 2024 ADRL Dragpalooza at XRP, November 15th and 16th, Friday and Saturday. Clyde Scott's beautiful track. Looking forward to having Galen do all the track prep. We know that he preps the absolute hell out of that track. It's going to be the tightest track
racing, so he'll have it on point.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. No, those boys are going to be hitting it hard. Well, guys, I'm out of here. Have a good evening. You too, Dennis. Appreciate you jumping in, brother.
Until next time.
Until next time. Bubba ran 340 against John in the sky. Oh, that's funny. Wouldn't that be cool, though? Do like they do on Discovery, or one of those are the ones where you have the plane fly over and have the car at the starting line, and they both hit the starting line at the same time. Plane versus car.
I mean, yes. I
don't know. I don't know how fast this plane is. I don't think it flies 200 and
throwing a motocross bike doing a backflip across the track while that's happening, and I'm in
with a monster truck.
We'll call John. I don't know. He's got one.
Yeah, John Gordon's got one. I don't know. I don't think that's John's monster truck, though. It could be.
I mean, Toby. Maybe
John,
Toby,
if you're watching, is Bad Company your monster truck, or do you drive for somebody? I think
Renegade Fuel is a sponsor of Monster Jam, so maybe Toby can put in a call.
Maybe he's got some connections.
It'd be cool.
I mean, it's not like Clyde has a shortage of land around there.
Yeah, no
I'm
doubt.
sure he owns half of Ferris, Texas. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
It wouldn't surprise me.
I know a lot of the land around there. Well, and I know he's got a couple really killer fishing lakes that I'm excited to go fish when we get down there.
With all that spare time that we have during events.
I know. At least we're going to get down there early on Wednesday.
And you got Uncle Steve, so we'll be knocking things out.
Yeah. And we'll get there a little early. We'll have a little time on Thursday, but yeah. So we want to thank our sponsors: Renegade Racing Fuel, Fuel Tech, and Chris Duncan Race Cars. And they have an important product that they offer racers, and hand this over to you.
Before we get too far into that, I know this is a normal time. I make some sort of stupid ad or whatever. Dude, I got into this wormhole over the weekend. I was watching WrestleMania 3, and we all know the iconic moment. Hulk Hogan hoists up the 7'4", 520-pound eighth wonder of the world from Grenoble, France. Andre the Giant slams him down. But what a lot of people don't know, as I was watching that, Hogan's got that weight belt. Daco. Only reason he was able to get that big dude up and slam him down, Daco
belts. That was it. It was a Daco belt.
I mean, Hulk Hogan hoisted the championship belt. So if you want to be the champion, I mean, it seems like a direct correlation. You got to have a Daco belt on your car.
Yeah. Have a Daco day.
That's right. Pick it up and slam the competition. Go out
Pick it
there,
up
have
and
yourself
slam the competition. I love it. Oh, I love it. Adam, you're very witty.
I hope Daco doesn't track me down at PRI and have a talking to with me.
They might be like, dude, you need to stop plugging our product.
Either that or going to come with one of those big winner circle checks and say, man, you're putting some stuff out there.
Yeah, you're officially our announcer. Here's your Daco championship belt.
Hey, if anybody wants me to write commercials, hit me up.
Yeah, Adam is the writer.
I'm witty.
Yeah, for sure.
Throw something in.
Well, Adam, another successful podcast. Jay, appreciate you jumping on, man. We're gearing up, man. Just keep your eyes peeled on the website, on social media. Listen for us on the radio. Follow us on all the social media channels. Look for us on bathroom walls and gas station doors. We're going to be everywhere.
Different reasons, but yeah.
It's going to be, no, not our phone numbers in stalls. Not Adam's phone number in a stall. I'm talking about like posters and stuff.
Right. Oh.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But we've done everything short of having John Sullivan write ADRL really big in the sky. So there's going to be a lot of cars, a lot of really fast cars. We're looking forward to potentially having a world record. Yeah. And
do you want to see history happen? I mean, how fun is it to say, oh, I watched it on TV, when you could say, I was there.
Yeah.
I was there. I watched it go down. I watched them go across the finish line in that speed. I got some of the champagne splashed on me.
I mean, hey, look, here's what I can say. Just rabe it.
Do the do.
Just do it. Just rabe it. I call it Nick Rabin. Nick rabe it. That dude comes from all over the planet. Let's hang out at PRA. Thanks for having me on. You know it.
Definitely track you down.
We're going to go get tore down at West Bucks after party.
Right.
Last year I was wasted double fisting Jack and Cokes dance with robots. It was pretty cool. And hanging out with Miley Cyrus's sister. That was kind of fun. And calling people the wrong names and insulting people and whatever. It's okay.
What a time to be alive.
Yeah, what a time to be alive. So looking forward to that. But if you're within, I don't know, 20 hours of the track, why not just jump in your car and drive out? Right, Jay? Right, Nick Rabe? I mean, come on. You want to see some historic racing? Come on out. Come on out. And very potentially historic fan turnout at XRP. I'm going to be honest, though. I'll tell you this. Sounds reasonable.
Yeah, 20-hour radius. What's up?
Yeah, no big deal. But I will say this. Swanstrom and that thing Justin put on bear shit, I think is what it's called. I can't remember exactly what his little thing is. Not little thing. His third year deal, but
keep up. He's got a damn fleet. Yeah,
but him and Travis being out there and them and whoever else they were running with, man, they had that house packed, dude. That was great. I love seeing that. Yeah, that was jumping. So we know there's a lot of people in the community out there that love that track. So we're excited. We've been getting fielding calls and messages from everybody out there, and not only one is it going to be a good participation from the competitors, but from a spectator standpoint as well. So looking forward to just a good, fun event. And again, I can't give enough thanks to Clyde, Galen, Celeste, their whole crew, and how helpful they've been so far getting this thing all set up. So with that being said, I guess we will see everybody maybe Tuesday night. Maybe we'll see. Everything's bigger in Texas. I know. Ask all my brothers.
That's gross.
By the way, all my family lives in Cleburne and Fort Worth area.
Right outside the track. In Texas.
Yeah, all my exes. Okay. Not Tuesday night. Sorry. It's Thursday night, not Tuesday night.
So no, definitely catch us November 15th, 16th. Don't miss out. Dragpalooza 2024.
Yeah.
By the ADRL.
That almost sounded like weird van voice.
Like free candy van?
Yeah, free candy van voice.
All right.
Hey, kids.
Hey. Yep, I'm definitely going to have to work on that.
No, okay.
Not what I was going for.
Oh, it's hilarious. No, that was good. But yes, Tuesday night. Are we going to do a Tuesday night?
We're going to say a 50-50 because with the equipment having to be torn down.
Oh, that's right.
If I was leaving, I'm bringing the new computer, of course. So if I was leaving this one and had StreamYard or anything, I mean, I might be able to StreamYard off the old computer. I've got it set up right over here. So,
Well, if anything, we'll get a chance to live stream on the way down there, and especially from the parking lot of Buc-ee's.
yeah, we'll definitely have live stream opportunities. You know, we'll definitely, if we don't do Tuesday night, we'll definitely be going live Thursday night from XRP with whatever characters are there live in attendance. Uncle Steve, maybe he'll make an appearance outside of the chat for the first time on one of the podcasts. We'll see.
Yeah,
You're
amen.
gonna have to tune in to find out.
Yeah, had to tune in to find out. So until then, again, thanks to our sponsors, Renegade Racing Fuel, Fuel Tech, and Chris Dunker Race Cars. Jay, thank you for joining us. And Prince Adam, appreciate you hosting this and doing a great job as usual. And
what I do.
We'll see everybody either Tuesday or next Thursday. But until then, get ready. Make sure you're following us on Facebook, and we'll make sure to keep you guys updated because it's going to be one hell of an event.
Tell your kids, tell your husband, tell your wives. We're racing everybody out here.
We're racing everybody out there. Until then, peace and chicken grease.